The coronavirus pandemic has sparked a rush for plastic, just as the world seemed to be waking up to its damaging environmental impact. Masks, hospital gowns, and all manner of medical equipment are made from plastic. As demand surged, so did the waste, and most of it can't be recycled. The economic slowdown is only adding to the problem by intensifying the price war between recycled and new plastic. It's a war that recyclers worldwide admit they are losing.
They're running out of runway. And I think that's happening globally. This is a massive disruption to all industries, and recycling is not immune to it.
The punctured global demand for oil has in turn led to a price cut for new plastic. Known to the industry as virgin, it can now be half the price of recycled.
I think the pandemic exacerbated this tsunami. We found ourselves in what would have been maybe a decade ago the unimaginable position in the United States of being the cheapest place in the world to make virgin plastic.
It's a tough one for plastic recyclers already struggling with lockdown losses.
The combination of the impacts of COVID-19 and low oil prices is kind of a double whammy for the plastic recycling value chain across South and Southeast Asia.
Since the coronavirus struck, recyclers worldwide told Reuters their businesses have shrunk by 20% in Europe, 50% in parts of Asia, and as much as 60% for some firms in the United States.
40 to 60% of the plastic recycling value chain are at risk of permanent closure or bankruptcy right now. And we're talking about the front lines of plastic pollution prevention, waste pickers, aggregators, junk shops, things like that.
Plastic makers are keen to stress that their products have saved lives.
Early on, it was determined that plastic was going to be needed for things like masks and gowns and the plastic sheeting we see or on face masks or used around registers or other locations.
It's good news for the oil industry, which has long hoped new plastic will prop future demand for fossil fuels as the shift to electric vehicles begins to sap its biggest market. Some in the industry even maintain plastic is vital for a shift to a low-carbon future. But plastic is an accepted and significant driver of climate change. The manufacturing of 4 plastic bottles alone releases the equivalent greenhouse gas emissions to drive 1 mile in a car, according to the World Economic Forum. Then, there's the devastating environmental damage plastic pollution can cause. The company said they share concerns about waste and are supporting efforts to reduce it. But many decline to specify how much they are investing in recycling or how far they are reducing waste.